position, cutting off too easy. I started off R&B stars right at the band. I have on the west side, think that I abandoned them. I have in my blood and I can change the climate. I threw the money on it, took the price up like I designed it. Hit with the presidential on the that little IG in the car. Pop out that night and double up. Film out these in the car.
It's your one and young Weezy, man, it too easy. Different for every season, showing me that and feel relaxed, just like that therapeutic. She take that on call back so she won't think I need it. If I don't post and I go ghost, it's gonna be for a reason. Just got my reading and my reasons. I'm booked out the region.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups, so kick back, get your popcorn ready. We'll be back in just a moment. And it's our favorite day of the year. A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Darius Garland is out there with Derek White, and it's Brown in at the small forward position. And for Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey is out there with Murray. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Grimes in at the 3 slot to the paint. And Doris, with how these teams like to get out and run, we should see a lot of transition tonight.
We should, and it always makes for exciting basketball. But more importantly, BA, these are teams that create easy buckets. Everything in basketball cannot be a grind. That's why these two teams are fun to watch. Who says the mid-range is dead? If the defense gives it, Darius Garland will take it.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now Philadelphia with it. Well, you look at Evan Mobley, Doris, so agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see his future.
White drives in. Got a piece of it. And now the Sixers on the break. Here's Maxey. They kick it out to Murray. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. For 3, Maxey. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
And here's Brown for 3. First shot won't go.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Maxey's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Garland looking around. The fadeaway. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so the first quarter is in the books.
7, the Cavaliers, 2.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
They've got Andre Drummond. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's McCain in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Strus. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Andre Drummond.
Max Strus, one of those undrafted players coming out of college, but somehow wills his way by virtue of his shooting and his toughness. You love his story. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Lets it fly. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first.
It's going to be Evan Mobley.
Well, this has been the book on defending Andre Drummond on the interior. Make him earn it at the charity stripe.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Here's McCain. Mobley with the block.
That's a big-time send-back by Evan Mobley. That length is real, folks. Look out.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. They grab their own miss. Tyson with the bucket.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Outside Maxey. Here's McCain, covered by Strus. Fires, high post. McCain's shot is off.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Here's Jerome. Still no points. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Maxey with it. With 4 on the clock. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first personal
Philadelphia
foul.
shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Both teams deciding to change it up. He hits the second from the line. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. The shot won't fall. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Sixers ahead, leading by 3. And time now.
Cavaliers, 8.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their biggest lead in the first. And that wraps up.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
So for Cleveland right now, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Derek White out there with Darius Garland. And it's Brown in at the 3. White for 3. And Grimes pulls it down.
So disruptive defensively out beyond the arc.
Tremendous effort, tremendous timing. The ability to alter shots on the perimeter, that was beautiful.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, "We have each other's backs." That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Williamson. Here's Grimes. Defended by Brown. Grimes' shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Well, the toughness of Darius Garland on display. Wants to finish through contact and get the bucket.
Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
Yep, that one goes.
Man, that is a big-time tough finish. Evan Mobley doesn't back down.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Maxey. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Maxey's got 12.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Pass to Garland. And he lobs it up, and Mobley throws it down.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And to me, the way you end quarters...
And we've reached the end of the third. Philadelphia on top, up 5. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. 3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Philadelphia leading by 5. We've got Kelly Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's McCain.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
His first personal foul.
Brown against Oubre. Brown, no good.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
On the take. Soft touch off the glass. Grimes has got his first basket.
Boy, how about Quentin Grimes attacking off the bounce? That is a pretty play.
Here's Brown. It's hauled in by the Sixers.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Here's Brown, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
That's his first personal
Don't you
foul.
love how physical Jaylen Brown is? This guy is not afraid to draw contact.
Andre Drummond is checked in for the Sixers. 1:11 left in the final quarter. Here's McCain. Pass to Ayton. Tries it from 19. He can't get it to go.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Strus. Oh, he nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Here's Grimes. No good with the triple. Now the Cavaliers with it. Here's Jerome. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
That's his second personal foul.
Good on the first. And that shrinks the margin to just 4. Derek White's checked in for Strus. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game. Oh, commanding the ball in big spots. Maxey is so fearless.
Cleveland calls timeout. They trail by 5. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
They don't want to waste time here. If they can score fast enough, they can go back on D and try to get a stop instead of having to foul.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He encourages guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what Coach is looking for.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Now Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. Mobley grabs the board.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Timeout call, the Cavaliers. They trail by 3. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. All right, guys, what do you think?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Kick out to Brown. So a close game sees Philadelphia taking this one. Allie, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game.
Yeah, born in the 90s, I'm ballin' like Mike. These shrimp thing when I left with sitting in. I'm straight off the block and got rich off the mic. Shout out, got rich off of all these like I'm finna go. Bad sky got a Then my nigga for the ice. Yeah, I got it out the mud. Got it. Somehow I fell in love with my change just got out the tub. Can't go in no with no glove. Pick a ring looking like a light bulb. Ain't need no rub. Ain't showing need no love. Ain't showing need no mercy. Ain't buying need no purse. Don't ask what I'm doing, I'm work. When I die, they gon' hang up my jersey. Baby, who is your surgeon? She gon' go back after I then back blurred. That broke, I am allergic to it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, welcome everyone to a brand new. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jalen Duren is out there with Holland. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Hardaway and it's small forward. And for Toronto, Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Grady Dick. And it's Ingram in at the small forward position. Hey, Coach, it's NBA opening night, one of the best dates on the calendar. I know you're as excited as I am.
I sure am. Finally, Kevin, we get some games that count. We've been waiting months for tonight, and I love how at this point, everybody has playoff aspirations.
A lot of optimism, isn't there, Coach?
There sure is. This is the best day of the year.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
And a three-level score. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
And so quickly, we'll bring it up for Toronto. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all five positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after the Raptors pick up two. And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it, but it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars. Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
During the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Five to shoot to the paint. Here's Holland. And there it is for him.
Gilgeous-Alexander is so dangerous in these pick and roll sets.
The Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Duren against Ingram. Good work there as it goes.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Gilgeous-Alexander against quickly, and Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. The Pistons on top, leading by just 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
We've got Chris Boucher, Walter out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Mobo in at the 4 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once-proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. trailing by 2. He stands since 2009. The Pistons have just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin. And they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008. And with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
Here's Shed. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Mobo can't hit.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap. Come on.
Raptors trail by 4. 30 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Walter. Good on the three-point shot. Walter's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Tipped away. Boucher kicks to Barrett. It's tipped. Here's Ivy. Shoots over Walter. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Pistons lead by 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Please give a big round of applause for your
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of, it was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They led by 2 after the first. That about...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Beasley is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Holland. Then it's Durant. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot. Raptors trail by 3. Barnes outside. And that's a foul. Called on Ron Holland. That is his first foul of the game. The Pistons making a change here. Schroeder's checked in.
Dennis Schroeder.
On the wing quickly. Still without a basket.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Quickly against Schroeder. Dick passes to Ingram. And it's denied.
Well, Durant making his physical presence known.
Hardaway with a wide open look. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Hardaway has got the lead up to 5 now for the Pistons. Quickly looking it over. Pirtle trying to get open. Plays it up and banks it in.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Hardaway from outside. Here's Durant. Schroeder passes to Holland. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Barnes. Got a hand on it. Here we go. All alone. And Durant slams it in.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
No good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pistons ahead, up by 5. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. It's a 5-point game. The guard set is Quickly and Barrett. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Abaji in at the power forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up.
Well, Ingram's a kind of a quiet scorer. Sometimes you don't even notice when he's putting up 20, 30, 40, because he just does it within the flow of the game.
Stewart's checked in for Detroit.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
And Duran slams it in.
And smart pick and roll play by Ivy. He saw a chance to open things up for a teammate and took it.
Ingram against Thompson. There's Boucher, and the dunk by Boucher.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Raptors trail by 3 to the wing right side. Quickly with a wide open look. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Rising to the occasion. He found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
Timeout call, the Pistons. They're leading by 1. 1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. Walter, he's checked in for Toronto. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Gilgeous Alexander's checked in. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. Now it's a close one, so Coach asked his team to keep their focus. He said this game's going to come down to mistakes. If we play clean, we'll win. Great game tonight. Let's see how it winds up. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. There's 47 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
They get it back. Hurdle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal.
And Hurdle is so polished in the post. Defenders are always nervous when he has the ball down low.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on. Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And coming through in a big way. You have to love Barrett there, taking over down the stretch.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They lead by 1. 26 seconds left in the fourth. The Raptors making a switch here. Ingram's checked in. And that's an intentional foul.
Toronto foul. Emmanuel Quickly. That's his second personal foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Thompson.
Well, that's why it's so important to seal off those passing lanes inside. Make them earn points in the foul.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
It drops. And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
It took a while, but they chipped away, and now it's anyone's game.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll return shortly.
Heading into overtime.
Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. So it's Toronto. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Brady Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Abaji in at the 3 spot.
That's a nice dime from Barnes, showing he can break down the defense with his passing.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, the rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
And the Raptors call time here. They're in front by 1. There's 45 seconds left in the first overtime. Gilgeous-Alexander against quickly. Here's Abaji. Good!
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Raptors. And Detroit with a change here, too. Beasley's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
That's tipped. Hardaway with the steal. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Durant. Yes!
And big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 2. There's 21 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Here's Ingram. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
It's deflected. And they hit it back. Here's Dick. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
Not too many things in life that I would fold. Give it up, I'm getting real close. For the real ones who